Hello, everybody, and welcome to Introduction to Biological Anthropology, second week, that is, of the course. I really enjoyed this week reading everybody's discussion posts and replies concerning what it means to be human, and also your introductions. I enjoyed hearing where everybody's coming from, and more importantly, I really thought you guys brought some very intelligent and unique perspectives to the question of what it means to be human, and I thoroughly enjoyed reading all of your responses. It made me really look forward to the rest of the semester and the ideas and thoughts that you guys are going to bring to these discussions throughout the course. So thank you for that. I really enjoyed hearing about everybody. That being said, last week we focused on kind of introducing you to the course, to biological anthropology, to ideas about evolutionary theory and about the scientific method. So in lecture and in your book, we focused on the differences that separate us from our closest relatives, that of the apes, the great apes. In particular, there are 6 major events that we looked at in the lecture. The first being by habitual bipedalism, the second being the loss of honing canine, the third, the development of technology of tools and material culture, 4, hunting, 5, language and communication, and then 6, the domestication of plants and animals. And so we'll discuss those at length as the semester continues and as those different events kind of occur throughout our evolutionary history as humans. We also looked at how anthropologists use the methodology of science, how we use the scientific method to address particular questions about humanity and about our history as humans, and also the definition of what a scientific theory actually is. And hopefully, we're all clear on those issues. This week we're going to kind of be switching gears a little and moving first into the history behind how the theory of evolution developed. And where this came from. So really talking about the major players, the individuals who were observing their natural world and trying to create order out of what they saw and coming up with specific ideas about these observations and theories and hypotheses, and then looking to test those. So really it focuses on a lot of, old dead dudes a couple centuries ago. Who were both philosophers and scientists and just generally great thinkers of their time, and how this all came together to then form the theory of evolution. Of course, there's going to be a big focus on Darwin and his theory of natural selection. And then also, at the end, we're going to delve a little bit into Mendelian genetics, which is something we'll also talk about in week 3. To hopefully clarify. Now, a lot of this stuff, it's very dry, so I apologize. I hope you don't fall asleep watching the lecture, but it's something that I feel is very necessary for the course because it really gives you a foundation in understanding how this theory of evolution developed, and also how the different scientific disciplines contributed really to these growing ideas to develop what we now know as the theory of evolution. So it's a little longer, the lecture this week, and I apologize for that, but it's a lot of material to get in. What I have done is included in this announcement, and also if you look under the More Resources tab on the course website, you'll find numerous links that should really provide some help to understanding some of the more complicated concepts and topics that we'll be discussing in this course. They may be links to small little videos or animations or other links to other small parts of lectures that I think do a really good job of explaining these. Some of these really complicated ideas are really difficult to get across when it's not a live lecture, because there's no opportunity for you guys to really directly address questions you might have in real time. So also I'm going to recommend, joining office hours through the conference chat, and we can have really an open question and answer session. You'll have me there. I'll be able to answer any concerns or issues that you're having with the course material. So I encourage you to do that if you are starting to have some sort of problems with the new material as it comes along. This is very dense stuff. A lot of you might not have ever studied it before, or at least from this perspective. So I totally understand, and it's totally normal to have a lot of questions, and those are something that we can address one-on-one. Also, I wanted to just throw out there, I'm actually canceling Thursday office hours. I will be in airports all day traveling, so I won't be able to actually hold the conference. If you feel like you want to talk to me and you can't do the Tuesday or Wednesday office hours, then email me. We'll set up a time that you can to chat one-on-one, which you can always do anyway. But just let me know, and we'll set that up. I think that's all I wanted to say for the week. There's no assignments this week other than your discussion posts, which are every week. So, focus on your reading, focus on the material, look at the outside links, and really try to gain an understanding of these basic concepts that we'll be discussing, like natural selection, heredity, and Mendelian genetics, really, this week. And then we'll keep on moving with genetics at the molecular level next week. So I think that's it. Have a lovely Labor Day, and I'll see you next week.